Oh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Oh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all, shimmy, yam, shimmy, yeah. Give me the mic so I can take it away. Off on the natural charge, bon voyage. Yeah, from the home of the Dodger Brooklyn squad. Wu-Tang Killer.
Yeah, that made me happy.
Cool.
I like that. I like seeing my face with ODB. That was awesome.
Yeah.
See, there you go. So, we're doing another threesome this week. That's fun. Yeah. Get a reverse Oreo cookie situation going on here, which is fun.
Okay.
I mean, it's like a double stuff without one piece of cookie. It's fine.
Okay, I'll take it.
He's the only black guy in there. It's like a quote we like kind of keep. But yeah, look, welcome in. This is Rich.
This is Jermaine.
And this is Drew.
Yeah, it is. I was hoping you were gonna do it. I was like, oh, I don't know who's gonna say it.
I do it with Justin on the show where I'll just introduce him and I'll be like, and with me as always. And then he just goes, I'm Justin from Spinbusters, SpinbustersDees.com.
Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, we don't have a format, right? Like we've tinkered around with things, but we've never really kind of stuck to it. Except the outro. We have somehow fell on gold.
Solidified that one.
Yeah, we
fell into it.
It is the dumbest thing possible.
Yes.
It has zero to do with anything, but it makes my heart chuckle. But so, who are you? Tell the people.
Good question. Well, I'm Drew. Anyone that knows me, I'm Drew. You know, family calls me Andrew, which other than family, anyone outside of my family that calls me Andrew, I kind of spaz out a little bit because I'm like, okay, what the fuck did I do this time?
That's fair.
I think my wife has only called me Andrew once. And when she called me Andrew, I just kind of went, wait, what's going on?
When the wife calls me by my first name, I tell her not to use my slave name. So
yeah, I mean, I just spaz out. My family, again, my immediate family, like my parents, my brother and two sisters, they just say Andrew. But yeah, I'm Drew. I'm from San Antonio, Texas. It's getting hot again, which
shut
is
up.
kind of it's a good and a bad thing.
It was 60 degrees yesterday and it snowed today. I literally don't want to hear anything you're saying right now at all.
Well, no, because San Antonio weather is bipolar because like in the winter when it's supposed to be cold, it's humid. And then it's cold for like maybe 1 week and then it goes back to being humid. And
okay,
then,
what's cold for you though? Like that's
well, I mean, I'm from the South, so cold for me is anything below 50. Again, I'm not used to.
That's a balmy day around here. It's like,
listen,
people pulling out grills and putting food on the grill at 50 degrees. And
well, yeah, I know you guys are like 50. Well, no, yeah, just like again, I'm not used to cold weather. I'm fine with cold weather, but just like 40, I can deal with 40. But anything below 40, I'm just like, I mean, I'm happy I get to break out my hoodies because I have like 1,000 hoodies that I won't wear until like December.
Are you a Texas lifer? Is that kind of?
Yeah, I've been here my whole life. I mean, coincidentally, my mom's from Pittsburgh.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, she'll probably say the same thing too, and so will my dad for different reasons. But I haven't been to Pittsburgh since like 2007.
One thing about Pittsburgh, now you said your weather is bipolar there, but one thing in Pittsburgh is the only place I know that it can rain,
yep,
snow,
yep,
sunshine. It could do all the seasons all in one day.
It snowed here 4 years ago. It snowed here 4 years ago for like a week, and of course, my friends who live up north are like, snow,
right?
And it's just like San Antonio had apparently never seen snow since like 1987 or 1986.
That's so wild.
And legit, the whole city like almost shut down.
Breakdown.
Oh yeah. I mean, what do you?
No
what do you do?
school, kids, people can't drive. It's like disaster, like panic.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun seeing the snow, but it was fun until it wasn't.
Yeah, that's generally how we feel every winter. We're like, all right, man, yeah, okay, all right, let's see it. They're like, I'm over it now, and
Yeah.
that's how it goes. It's like, oh, it's so pretty. Before you even get the set in stone, you're like, oh my god, I gotta fucking deal with this tomorrow. I can't do it. And you have like a mini meltdown in about 3 strokes. It's good times. Like,
Yeah, I mean, around the holiday season, maybe it's kind of welcomed. You're like, okay, yeah. After the holidays, it's like I'm totally over this. Like I'm so sick of it. Tired of it.
Yeah, but
Yep.
the only way you can have a white Christmas in Pittsburgh is if you invite your in-laws over. Like that's about it.
sounds about right.
There's it. It's just I don't remember the last time I actually did it. Anyway, we don't work for the Weather Channel. I don't know why we're hung up on this. But so, what do you do?
As far as like my job or like podcasting.
The podcasting thing. I mean, if you want to tell what your job is, I mean that's fine. I'll get you fired, but it's fine.
Well, I have a government job. I'll just keep it at that. And that pays the bills. As far as like podcasting goes, I've had a podcast since 2018. It's one of those things like I've always wanted to do a podcast because I was always listening to podcasts, I don't want to say growing up because I was like, legit in my mid-20s. But like I would listen to podcasts like Kevin Smith or, Chris, who's the guy from Nerdist? I forget his name. Chris Hardwick. There you go.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And then eventually, working my way to like Don Tony and Kevin Castle and Wrestling Soup, and then our friend John Draper. And mainly, I prefer independent podcasts. Like I'm not a fan of corporate podcasts because it's just people with an agenda. I'd rather listen to someone who doesn't have an agenda, even if I don't agree with it. It's like, okay, I know this is coming from someone who isn't trying to like get hired somewhere. So I mean, I've always been a fan of podcasts. I still am. I still listen to our friends. I still listen to other podcasts. Every now and then I'll listen to famous podcasts like Kevin Smith or Joe Rogan or some stuff like that. But mainly just clips. I can't listen to like a 4.5 hour Joe Rogan podcast. I just can't. Right. If it's something of interest, there's a fucking fly in the room and it's just getting in the way of the show. So sorry. Yeah, I just decided one day I'm going to talk about something for like 15 minutes. And then I did it. And I think it was sports related. I forget. It was like basketball related with the Spurs. And I just put it up. It was like a 12-minute podcast. And like a lot of my friends, people I know were like, that was actually really good. So I just upgraded, my Spreaker account. And ever since then, I've been doing this podcast. I kind of like how you mentioned that I didn't really have a format in the beginning because I was trying to do 2 different things at once. And I was kind of going through different co-hosts until finally I found, my guy, Justin, who I don't like the word co-host personally. I just, we're both the show. Like we're both important to the show.
It's a weird word, right? It's a weird word, like a weird way to like, why can't you just be both? Oh, it's my host. It's like, well, aren't you the host? No, well, I'm the host, but he's the host. Like what?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds submissive at some. I mean, it seems like you're like a sidekick, but you're not. Right. I mean, it's like you're hosting together, but
like you're my main bitch, but then you're my side bitch. Like you can't be both.
Right, and it's just like I'm glad Mish gave me the idea to call it The Experience instead of just the show, because I just always kind of found it douchey that I named the show after me. Because I'm like, I don't know. This is gonna sound weird. I don't like attention. I don't really like all the attention on me. I kind of just, if I think something's interesting, I want to hear somebody else who has maybe a better opinion about it. But yeah,
I will say when Drapes shouts me out at the end of the show, I'm like, dude, it's not the name of the show. Don't do that, please. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, I still kind of like when he says Drew Yari Experience. There's a part of me that wants to just say, just call it The Experience.
I mean, he says he's redoing them, so
right
in his ear.
Even though I don't want Jim Cornette or Joe Rogan coming after me, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, just I've been doing the podcast for a while. Justin's been on the show since 2022. I've known Justin actually since middle school.
Really?
And that's kind of the one thing we always had in common. We always got along, and we kind of like the same things, and mainly wrestling. And literally just like 2.5 years ago is when I finally had the balls to be like, hey, do you want to be on the show? You know, because I always had the idea to have him on to have him on the show with me. It's just, again, another weird comment to make. I hate asking people for favors, even if it's my friends.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just get nervous because I'm like, what if they're busy? What if they don't want to do it? And then I asked him, he's like, yeah, sure.
Drive that wedge, make it awkward. No, I fully get it.
Right. So 1 week he came on the show next week, and then he was like, hey, I'm going to come on. And then finally it just became, hey, it's me and him. And, you know, the graphic is just me and him on the, you know, the logo. So I'm happy because I love Justin. I consider him a very good friend. I always say, like, the show wouldn't work the way it does without him. And I mean that because, you know, we both have different ideas. I'm not afraid to admit he knows more than me. I'm not afraid to admit that. When someone knows more than me, I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
And I love him.
Jermaine's an idiot, so I get
it. But
he actually used to be my boss. Like we have a funny origin story, but it's much long-winded. But
okay,
yeah.
that's interesting. But that's kind of just my origin story. If there is an origin story about me as a podcaster, and every now and then I'll break away from wrestling and just do other podcasts with two of my other friends, Ruben Prime and RJ, where we just talk about different things on our shows, like movies and television shows, some news topics, never anything political. I hate politics. That's my big rule on any show I'm on. Do not ask me political questions because I'm going to
stay away
out.
from that. We stay away from the alphabet community.
We try to stay away from the religion.
We just don't understand it.
Right.
The alphabet thing. We just don't.
Right.
There's too many. I don't know.
Yeah. It's always a thing of, like, if I try to give my opinion based off of what I've seen, it's always like, you don't know enough. You know, like, you always get the person like, you don't know enough. I'm like, okay, that's why I'm just not going to say anything at all.
Yeah. And I mean, it's also kind of one of those things where it's probably true. Like, more often than not, if you're just doing an independent podcast, you probably don't know fuck or all. So, like, if you knew everything in between there, you'd be on one of the major news outlets. Right. And but yeah, we try to avoid that. It's bad.
Yeah, me and Rich, when we first started, it was like, man, there's certain hot buttons and hot topics that we want to stay away from. And we identify politics, religion, you know, the alphabet group. You know, you don't want to get canceled before you start. So stay away from those, you know, try to stay away from them.
Exactly.
So you've been doing it since 2018.
Right. 7 years. Wow.
Oh God. Okay. I was unaware of what year it was.
How about to say your math is off?
I was like, so you've been doing it for what, 3 years? That's cool. I'm like, oh no. It's so bad. I'm gonna be 39 this year. Holy shit.
Oh, so you're a few years older than me.
Cross that 4-0 threshold. He's almost
everything
there.
Hurts already, man. The wife just turned 39, and Jermaine's like 64. He's as black.
Yeah. I got that Samuel L. Jackson blood.
Yeah, exactly.
You know Samuel L. is like 78. That dude looks like he's like 50.
Morgan Freeman is like 87. He's been 87 for about 54 years.
Denzel's my dad's age. He's 70.
Yeah.
Denzel's 70?
Mm-hmm. And he's still kicking ass in these Equalizer movies.
Oh, dude, I need to go like suck his dick or something to get like some fucking. Like, that's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, he's 70. Oh, dude, I'm gonna die so soon. This is shitty. Okay,
yeah, you'll be fine.
About like 10. I'm 47. Well, about to be 47 in May. So, yeah, all right. Yeah, you never know. I'm about to be cross. Get into the 50 start getting into that 48, 49, and it's just got to realize it's coming. It is coming.
So I know I was kind of spitting to you a little bit while I was sitting in the car, and just kind of came up about, YouTube, right? I guess what it takes to be successful on YouTube. And you said you're not successful. I'm like, well, either am I. I'm like, that's pretty valid. But I guess in the grand scheme of life, in your eyes, right? Like, what does a successful YouTube career look like?
I mean, it's subjective. I mean, I think anything is subjective at the end of the day. I mean, I know it's a very overused word, but it's kind of true. I mean, I think everyone strives to have that Joe Rogan-esque career as far as like money-wise goes, and all eyes on you, and that's fine. Like I mentioned, I have a government job that pays for all this, so I'm fine financially. Being able to pay my bills. At the end of the day, I do this for fun.
Yes.
If anyone were to ask me, I mean, kind of like what you're asking me, or just anyone else in general, I give them advice that a friend of mine who's a fellow podcaster, Julian Cannon, gave me a while back, which was, it doesn't matter if I have 6 people listening to my show or 60 or 600. What matters is that I have people listening. And I remember I actually told that to B-Show Brian when he was doing my show a while back. And he was like, that. He was like, yeah, that legit blew my mind when you said that, because it's true. I do this for fun. I mean, I would like to get more. It's always cool to get more listeners, and lately I've been doing the YouTube thing to bring in more listeners. But again, I do this for fun. I do this for fun so I can talk to my friends about the things I like. Hopefully, people hear it and they like it and they want to hear more of it. Which is what if anyone hears this, or I'm telling Rich this too because he asked the question. Just basically, yeah, if you have something passionate, if you're passionate about something, then do it. Whether it's movies or wrestling or TV shows or music, what have you. And if you have something interesting to say, people are gonna listen to it. Whether it's 6 people or 60 or 600, as long as you're engaging and you're genuine about it.
Yeah, I mean, we have gone through a few changes over the years. We initially thought it was so stupid. We initially thought we were going to have a family-friendly show and then an explicit show.
Oh, but
that lasted for about a week. Not smart, but we do have a fantasy football show because we run a league, and that's more of the niche kind of thing. But I mean, with us, I mean, we used to do this at the job, like just talk, and we would just like chuck it around, like we should do a podcast, man. Just whatever. And then certain things happen, and it's like, hey, do a podcast. Okay. And then it happened. And then
I mean, when we talked about it at the job, it wasn't like we didn't, because podcast wasn't, I mean, you figure the term podcast hasn't really become
that's right.
familiar. We just said we need to record ourselves because we have some pretty deep conversations, and it's like, man, other people need to be hearing this. And then, of course, here comes podcasts and the genre of the podcast. And it's like, hey, let's do it. And we started off on the couch, a phone in between us, and just start speaking into the phone. And
I wish there was a way to like go back in the past and record the video of us just not realizing that the speaker can pick up on your voice. You don't have to. We were
lean over
like elderly people. Oh my god, it was so. But do you remember your first show?
My very, very first show. Yeah, it's just because I remember asking Mish from Wrestling Soup. I just messaged him. I was like, "Hey, how do you start a podcast?" And he just told me what to do, and he gave me a suggestion on the platform to use, which is Spreaker, which I've been using, since then. And I think like the first portion, like the free portion is 15 minutes. I was like, all right, well, I'm just gonna talk for 12 minutes about something. And I remember it was, like I said, it was sports related about Kawhi Leonard being traded from the Spurs, and I just talked for 12 minutes, and that was pretty much it. Again, I don't recall anything I've said, and I haven't gone back to listen to it. I'm kind of afraid. I'm kind
Oh
of
my God,
afraid
you
to,
got to. You have to.
because again, like a lot of these Hollywood actors, they'll say the whole thing of I can't watch myself on film. I would probably be that actor where I'm like, I don't want to watch myself on film. I don't really like listening to myself because then I'm just like, oh God, I'm gonna hear myself say and clear my throat.
It's
And
so much fun. You got to do it. We would record, and then we'd go on the porch and we would play it back, and we would like critique it like we were doing color commentary over it. It was the most cringy thing, but
we would Siskel and Ebert dissect it
oh
like
my
right after
God.
we got done.
oh God.
Oh my! But you know what? I think that's how we learned, man. And that's
Yeah,
one
it's
thing.
a sign of how far you come. I mean, like if you
Yeah.
you do go back and you listen, you're like, man, I was so unpolished. And I'm not saying that you're expert now. It's just that as time goes on, you evolve. I mean, you just get better, you get smoother at it.
But it was fun. But it's kind of like watching someone in the sports arenas, right? You see them start at the bottom, and then they just slowly become not as shitty. That's where we're at. We're like if what sports are you into? Like just other than basketball, what else are you into?
I like hockey sometimes. Every now and then I'll watch hockey. Football sometimes, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
Right now, we're like in the Canadian Football League.
The CFL, okay.
Right? Like before, when we first started, we were like the special kids at recess that
Oh,
were
God.
allowed to like have the the certain side of the sidewalk that that was away from any cars or anything that was important that they couldn't be trusted. That's kind of what we were at. So with the whole YouTube thing, when you start, when did you really feel like you hit your stride? Right? Yeah, I know you said, "Oh, well, I'm not successful," but I've seen what you have. I've seen the number of things that you've uploaded. Like that's I disagree. I can't say that you're not successful.
Well, thank you. But as far as like hitting my stride goes, if I had to, I guess, define what I think stride is just like, Anthony Missionary Thomas, asking me, "Hey, do you want to be on my Discord channel?" Like that's kind of when I felt like, oh, I made it. Because Mish, who I've been listening to for years on Soup, and now I can call him a very good friend of mine. Now we're technically business partners, and he invited me onto his Discord channel, and he really didn't have to, but he did because that's the kind of guy Mish is. He's the nicest guy ever. He's the greatest guy ever. So, and the fact that I get to do this with my friends, I think that's my idea of success is I get to do this with my friends, and I get to have fun, and we just get to chop it up, for however long, and whoever feels like listening. That's all that matters to me is people are listening to us. And then again, you got guys like Mish in my corner who, compliment the show, who even invited me and, Justin and RJ onto Wrestling Soup, on an episode of Wrestling Soup to talk about the Royal Rumble, or I guess to do Royal Rumble predictions. So, yeah, that to me, that's my success. I'm like, I'm not a religious guy, but it's just like this, it's a blessing to have those kind of things, come to you where it's like you wouldn't have even imagined it, before, where now it's like, hey, you want to come on Wrestling Soup? It's like, okay, sure. But yeah, I truly am blessed, with the success I've been able to accumulate for myself, and I always try to I always want to be that guy, kind of like Mish, where I want to share the wealth. I want my friends to succeed in other ventures. I want my friends to go out there and, find other shows to be on. So yeah, like I said, share the wealth. Don't just like hold all the wealth to yourself. Make sure everyone eats is I guess the
I
best way
was
to put it.
just gonna say it. Like, this is not a business where you need to have a monopoly. Like, there's too many things to talk about.
Right.
Like, how are you gonna corner that market?
Right.
Nobody wants that.
Right.
No, you know what? That's actually a really cool point. I mean, when people start asking you to be on their stuff, you're like, "Where?"
Yeah. It's like a sense of relevancy. It's like, okay, I'm relevant enough. I mean, people actually pay attention enough that my opinion matters, or my thoughts, or conversation actually
Probably about a
matters.
year ago. Probably about a year ago, I got to interview two people, and I was insanely excited about it. I got to interview Draper, which was a fucking ball. That guy
Draper?
is stupidly interesting. I don't. It's nuts. And this other, I don't know if he's like big or not, but I like true crime stuff,
Right.
and it's Justin from Obscura, and dude has the best voice in podcasts, and it's ridiculous. I don't understand it. But the fact that those are both very busy people, and they're like, yeah, for sure. I'm like, you guys dumb? What are you doing? You weren't supposed to just say yes. And at that point, like I'm not saying my name's out there now or anything like that, but we're going on what, 3 years in March? Is that true?
April. We already passed 2, so yeah, this will be the 3rd.
Okay,
right?
yeah, I can't count anymore. So this was this is still during like the infancy, and I just thought it was very cool to have people give a shit enough about you to take the time out of their day, as like yourself, to say, hey, yeah, dude, we'll come and talk. I just thought that was cool.
Right.
Where do you want to go with this? Like with your, like, what's your end game with your YouTube situation, your podcast situation? Like, what is your pie in the sky idea here?
I mean, this is gonna sound cliche. I mean, just get more followers. That's really all I want. Again, like I mentioned, I don't really strive to be famous. I don't really like all that attention. Like I don't like the idea of having thousands of followers on Twitter, because I wouldn't know what to do with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd probably be the most boring famous person ever, because like I wouldn't want to do talk shows. I mean, I wouldn't want to do talk shows or like go to award shows, because I'd probably just be like, we have to be here for 2 more hours. I that's why I prefer things like these. I prefer conversations. And just shooting the shit with people that I like. But yeah, just end game.
He likes us.
I do. Very much so. Yeah, just get more subscribers. That's really it. It's kind of the basic one of like, hey, get more subscribers, and if I don't, then again, what matters to me is that people are still listening.
My favorite thing about the whole podcasting thing is when people actually comment on it, man. Like that's such a, I don't know why that gets my dick hard, but it does. I love it.
Yeah,
makes me very happy.
It happened to me too, because I remember I did right. I did a show with Kevin Castle's on my show, like nice. I think five years ago. It was Kevin, my friend RJ, and his former podcast host, this guy named Monty. and we just all did a random show together, which was last minute because I remember Kevin was like, "Hey, can I jump on your show?" Like he literally just messaged me saying, "Hey, are you doing a show tonight?" I go,
That's
"Yeah."
wild.
It's like, "Hey, can I jump on?" I go, "Sure." Like it's like, "Hey, do you want a piece of cake?" "Hey, I'm Kevin Castle. Can I be on your show?" I'm like, "Okay." I mean, Kevin's a good friend. We become good friends over the years, but yeah, we just did a show and we just had fun. And I remember somebody on Reddit went out of their way to do a review of the whole episode. And
Really?
I just saw that. I'm like, this is kind of cool. And
Yeah.
I just showed everybody it. And of course, someone called Kevin long-winded and he's like, "You fucking prick."
That sounds about right. That's on brand.
Love Kevin. But yeah, just like again, I'm like you, like, little compliments like that where it's like, "Hey, good show." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." Even if it's
Yeah.
like from people I know that will
Right.
compliment the
It
show,
still means something, man.
it means
Because you
something.
didn't have to do it. It's a choice you made, and I think that's what people, when you have that grandiose kind of following, one, you're probably getting flooded with stuff like that, and you're just like, dude, whatever, fine. It doesn't do anything for you. It's like, why do you think heroin addicts keep taking more and more heroin? They need that higher high. That's a weird analogy. Shout out to heroin. It's fine. Yay. No, but I think that those moments, right, where you have somebody just say, "Hey, thank you for entertaining me for an hour."
Right.
You know, like let's put it in perspective. I'm not a wrestling fan. I don't give a fuck about it.
I don't blame you.
I've been listening to Soup for like 10 years. I don't give a shit about it. But the boys are so entertaining, and so because they cover other stuff, and you know, and that's how I got familiar with Draper, and then all that. But there are moments. Sounds so deep and silly, but whatever. I feel like there's moments in life where you can connect with people, right?
Mhm.
And whether it be digitally or anally. No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that one.
There's that too.
Yeah. Well,
There's a connection. There's a connection to be made, but okay.
There is a connection. But they become a part of your routine, a part of your life. And I know that sounds really silly, but that's what some of the podcasts I've been listening to for years, that's what they become. Like, when they upload, you're like, hey, it's Monday, bang, bang, and bang is popping. Perfect. I'm going to go masturbate and listen to this and then take a nap, and it's going to be great. And it's just how it works. And I think that when people are able to thank you for your service or whatever you want to call it, you should light up with that,
Yeah, because it's gratifying. I mean, it's almost like they're complimenting you, but you're almost returning the compliment because thank you for thinking of me when you wanted to entertain yourself, or you see me as a form of entertainment. It's like, okay, you could have spin the dial on any podcast you want, but you chose to.
You're so fucking old. Spin the dial.
Spin the dial. I mean, you could choose any. I mean, it's a figure of speech, but I'm just saying. I mean, hey, I mean, they use you. I mean, somebody is. How you told me. Podcasts nowadays, people are listening to podcasts while they're doing something, maybe like cleaning up.
Yeah.
Doing some chores or something like that. I mean, if you're gonna have me up and listening to me as you do those, menial tasks, I mean, it's a compliment. It's a form of flattery.
Right. Just again, compliments. Even little things, they mean the world to me. Just again, growing up, I don't want to get too deep with this. It's just I wasn't used to compliments, and I still get kind of weird with compliments, but like, I've had, of course, being a podcaster, I've had to kind of like grow out of that,
Right.
where I'm just like, oh, like they actually mean it. Like
Yeah.
it's, there's that cynical part of me, like they actually mean what they say. Stop
I
being a
think that's
cynical
normal, man. I
asshole.
think that's 100% normal. I don't see a single problem with that. Especially with
Right.
the internet and the anonymity. Shit. Like, because there's no tone of it's like breaking up with someone via text, man. Like, there's no tone. There's just words. You're like, you don't mean that, you motherfucker. Like,
Filled with sarcasm. You like, does that
when
really
some
mean
when
that? Or-
someone's too nice to me, I'm just like, what the fuck is your angle?
yes, yes.
Like I'm still like, if it's someone I don't know, that's different. Where they're like, hey, how are you? Want you blah, blah, blah. Like if they give me a compliment, if they're just like overly nice. Like there's been overly nice people I've met, and I'm just like, what is this bitch up to?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's like, all right, how much money do you fucking need? Let's just cut to the chase because I got shit to do. Like, let's just get that out of the way so you can stop doing your niceties and pretend that you give a shit about me. And let's just, how much do you need?
But that's a shame that, I mean, you put up that skin, that thick, that barrier around you where you don't, let people in, because it's like, so you can't be that nice. I mean, I have an example where I was at the Burger King, I want to say like a week ago. I forgot to tell you about this, Rich. And
Burger King's
I'm
kinda
standing
fire, by the way.
behind.
It may be coming up later in the draft. Just saying.
I ordered my food, and then there's a guy in front of me, and I'm standing behind him waiting on my food. And he turns around, and I don't know, because maybe, I'm a little older. I don't know, he's gray in the beard. He just turned around. He was just like, I would just like to say, how you doing? And at first, I'm like, my first thought was like, what's your angle? What do you need? You need some money?
I mean, it's a weird approach. I mean, it's a weird way to phrase it.
He came out of nowhere, and he shook my hand, and he just said, no, that's it. I just wanted to say, how you doing? How's everything going? And I was just like, I'm waiting on another shoe to drop. I'm waiting on some type of ask, or like the guy. I mean, after I got my food, I left. I kept looking at him as opposed to, I'm thinking he's coming with something. Something, he's going to ask for something. He's going to come for something. And I left. He said nothing. I walked out, and I'm like, why am I so shocked that he actually just said hello? Like, that's in how we are in society, where someone actually genuinely, just legitimately saying, how are you doing? You automatically put an asterisk beside it, because it's like, you can't be just really asking me how I'm doing.
Because we're all cunts.
Weird.
I'm a cunt. I'll admit I'm a cunt. When I need to be, I'm a cunt.
But Drew, do you agree he phrased it weird? Like, I just want to say, how are you doing? The fuck?
I mean, that is kind of weird. Especially, like, if I'm going somewhere to just get food, I don't want people talking to me. Especially if I'm if I'm by myself. Like, I went to a Whataburger just to get breakfast, and this random older gentleman just starts saying random, not mean things or weird things, but like he started complimenting me. And I don't know, he's like, hey, young man, you look like a Hollywood movie star. And I'm just like, okay. And I have my drink in my hand. I'm like waiting for people like,
see,
okay.
I would have leaned into it. I'm that guy. I'm the weird guy that'll lean into it I'll have a boatload of fun with it.
And I just grab my food, and I just hear, see you later, Hollywood. I go, and that was fucking weird.
Oh, I mean, yes, fully weird, but oh man, I would love for that to. No, I say that, but then it'll happen when I'm in a shit mood, and I'll just be an awful person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. It's always when you're in a shit mood.
I mean, somebody being too nice. It's just, why is someone being too nice weird? It's just like, okay.
But like you said, though, it's that defense thing, right? Like, you got to put your wall up. You're like, nah, man,
There's overly nice, and then there's overly friendly, and those are always red flags.
Yeah. Yeah.
I prefer the people that are more aloof like me because those are the
Yeah.
most honest people you'll meet.
Yeah, I try to stay neutral, but I usually land in like moderate to severe annoyance. Kind of like the prescription drug thing, like, moderate to severe, whatever. I'm like in that. I'm ready to snap out usually, like if need be, but I don't want to do it. If I have to, I'll. If I'm in the car, I'm not pleasant. Not pleasant.
The opposite of that, if somebody is too nice and they put you on red alert, somebody that's too mean, is there a story behind that? Do you say to yourself like you're always mean? There's an inner story that we don't know about. Like, do you automatically come to that conclusion about the person?
Right.
I usually don't give a shit about him. To be fully fair.
Like, yeah. I don't know. I guess
know.
I start getting defensive. Like somebody that's overly mean, it's like my defense mechanism automatically turns to, okay, bring that over here. Too heavy, and we're gonna be fighting.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I will bite your throat. But yeah.
Right. There's good mean, and then there's cunt mean.
Yeah.
Like there's good mean. Like my wife, when I met her, she was. I mean, she still is, but she's good mean, and she's hot. That helps too. But when I met her, I'm like, man, she's mean. I kind of like that. And then flash forward years later, we're together. So, yeah, just we balance each other out. That's what helps. I'm very introverted and quiet, and she's very like in my face, which it helps to have those relationships, not just romantically, but platonically. It's good to have people in your life that aren't afraid to tell you the truth. Like my wife, my sister, who by blood she's not my sister. I always call her my sister because she's my sister, and she's very much in my face, and like she tells me the truth. If I don't, whether I want to hear it or not, she'll tell me the truth, and I do the same with her. So I'd rather have mean, honest people than nice fake people.
Yeah.
I spend most of my day just lying to the wife, so that's what I do.
Yeah. I can't lie because I'm a terrible liar. Because if I lie, I start to grin, or I don't look at people, and immediately she'll call bullshit on what's going on.
Yeah, it's really seriously. It's never been in my wheelhouse. I'm just not good at it. I just don't.
So I'm terrible. My dad was an interrogator in the Air Force, so I could never lie to him.
Yeah, that's not going to work out real well.
No.
I'm very curious what you do.
What I do?
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you what I do. I just can't tell you the name of the place.
Okay.
I work at the county jail for the county I live in, and I'm a fingerprint examiner.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, okay.
Well, look. You say the government thing. I'm like,
well, technically, it's considered a government job. That's why I say government. So
yeah. What made you jump into that line of work?
Again, this is gonna sound kind of cliche. I wanted to be involved in the criminal justice field because, again, I liked watching criminal justice type shows. So that always got me interested, and I just went for my criminal justice degree, and I got it. And I was just fishing that around to see whatever job would take it, and I found the job that would take it. And I've been working there since 2019. And yeah, kind of roughly around the same time I've been doing this podcast, which is weird to think about. But yeah, and eventually I got promoted to a fingerprint examiner about a year and a half ago. So again, it pays the bills.
Well, hey, that you get fingered, so that's good.
Definitely do.
Yeah, you do. So let's see here. Well, you know what? Before we jump into the drafty things, I don't want to keep you insanely late. I know we had it on the graphic, but people have the attention spans of, oh, look, a squirrel. So
Right.
why don't we do this? Why don't you go and plug all of your things
Okay.
while we're still in the middle of the episode there? So,
All right. I do the experience with Justin. We do it every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Central Time on YouTube. We're also in the Wrestling Soup Discord channel. So again, we're live every Wednesday night at usually like 9:05, usually like a few minutes after 9. So I just say 9 just to not sound weird.
that's fair.
So there's that show. It comes out on any platform you listen to podcasts on, like Spotify or iTunes, Spreaker, and also YouTube. There's an entire library of YouTube episodes we've done. I also do a show.
I did put your link in the description there, so folks,
cool.
just go in there and
Thanks.
click on that. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Thanks. I also do a show called Culture Attack with my friend Ruben Prime, where we just talk about pop culture, some things in the news. Again, not political because we're not political people. We'll talk about movies, TV shows, and sometimes wrestling. There's another show I was doing, I'm still doing. It's just on hiatus at the moment with my friend RJ, the Brooklyn Savage. It's called Friendly Neighborhood Marks, where we'll kind of splice wrestling in with comic book, movie, TV show news, and just whatever pops up in our mind. And Twitter, DY Experience, that's where you can find me.
You guys busy,
Yeah, I'm busy.
but you enjoy it. That's all that matters.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
One thing I wanted to touch on before we do this whole silly draft thing. We started on Spreaker as well before we did the YouTube thing. And then we went to doing both of them. And then I started really attacking the numbers and looking at numbers and realized that the numbers for the audio only, they weren't there.
Right.
And even though it didn't really take much effort to upload it, to do anything differently, to have both versions, I just felt it served no purpose for me. So I got rid of it. So we strictly do YouTube.
I've been toying around with the idea of trying StreamYard because me and Ruben used to do StreamYard, and it just seems a lot more easier and less of a hassle.
They've updated a ton of stuff.
Right.
It's expensive, though. I pay like $50 a month now.
Yeah, like that's I think it used to be like 20 something, and then they like really raised the price. But is it worth it?
Yes, I would. They have made things much cleaner. They're always adding more stuff. I know it sounds silly, but you can adjust the shape of the little borders. It is much cleaner. I don't really have a better way to say it than that. I would give it a month and see if you dig it, and if you don't, then fuck off. It's fine. But yeah, it's I dig it. I'd go with it. All right.
I've been thinking about doing it. My only worry is just, am I just gonna? I guess if I get rid of Spreaker, I'll just primarily just be a video YouTube show, which I think that's kind of the way to go. I don't know. I'll have to talk it over with Justin, but I've been thinking about using StreamYard for a while.
Yeah, I mean, if you have any questions, not that I'm like a fucking expert or anything like that, but if you got any questions about the interface or anything, just let me know.
Yeah, cool. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So, as I said earlier, the draft is going to be the ultimate fast food kind of meal thing. Now, here are the rules.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very simple. You can only use one restaurant for in your you can only use one. You have to use 4 different places. Fuck, that was much easier saying it that way.
Right.
You can't just choose. I want to get McNuggets, and then with fries, and then with suck a dick. You can't fucking do that. Right? Fucking rules.
What kind of restaurant is that? What kind of restaurant do you
I
go
know.
That's fucking Wendy's, dude.
to? Wendy's has a suck a dick option.
Yeah. It's called their chili. So you got to use 4 different places, and there can't be any overlap. So if you're like, yo, I really want to get from, you're like, oh, I want that. Well, tough fucking tits. That person has it now, so you choose something else. So deal with your life. So it's a 4-round draft. You get an entree, a side, a dessert, and I mean, I guess you can call it a specialty drink or just a drink, whatever you want to do there. It's kind of that's a bit of a rough one.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you guys want to do an entree, 2 sides, and a dessert type of deal. I don't feel like that might be.
I mean, you figure the drinks are going to be a soda. I mean, every fast food restaurant, they pretty much got sodas. I mean,
it was going to be a milkshake, you baby back bitch. It was going to be delicious. And don't you ever besmirch milkshake.
He said, you baby back bitch.
Yeah, let's do. Yeah. All right. We'll do an entree, 2 sides, and a dessert-ish kind of thing. Okay. So, Drew, you're the guest. We'll go right to, well, you're in the middle, so we'll go right to left and whatever. You start off. You can start off at any point in that kind of place there.
Okay. I'm going to start with an entree.
Okay.
And I'm gonna choose Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
Spicy chicken deluxe or spicy deluxe chicken sandwich. That's what I usually go with.
Here's what's funny. Here's what's insanely funny. The last draft, we were talking about designing your like last day on Earth, like your meals, like your lunch, your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This motherfucker chose Chick-fil-A sandwich. So,
can't go wrong.
There we go.
Chick-fil-A.
All right.
Like I said, I don't even consider Chick-fil-A fast food half the time because it's a cut above.
It feels like it's like gourmet. Like fast food feels like Dollar General. Like Chick-fil-A feels like you went to like Burlington Coat Factory.
Haven't heard that in a while.
Yeah, or something. Yeah.
Name drop. Pick it up.
Nice.
All right there. So. It would be right to left. You would be the next person there, Jermaine.
Oh, you said right to left. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, left to right. Oh, shit, I'm stupid. Oh, no. Why would I go? First of all, why would you guys just be okay with me saying right to left like that's a normal fucking direction?
Well, it depends. I mean, if you're looking at it, it could be from this to this way. But if you turn your back and you see yourself on the camera, it could be the other way. It's
blame
whatever.
Is equally shared among all of us. That is how this goes.
All right.
All right.
I'm going back to Chick-fil-A. I understand that it's been taken, but one of my sides is Chick-fil-A nuggets. They got the best nuggets on the market.
Fuck yeah.
With the Polynesian sauce. Gotta have the Polynesian. Or even some of that honey mustard.
I really hope you're like mispronouncing that. Is it really Polynesian? That shit feels mildly racist a little bit.
It's called Polynesian sauce. I'm sorry. That's what it's called.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, they got the best nuggets out there. Hands down.
Okay. Whatever. You can make bad decisions. That's fine. I'm gonna go with Burger King onion rings with the zesty sauce. I will rub that zesty. If you put that zesty sauce on anything, I will lick it off. Trust and believe. Anything.
He said
ask me.
Anything.
God, I don't know what that shit. I don't know what it is, but God bless America, man. It is silly. Oh man, that could be like the Burger King's. Like, I don't even know. Like, no, I don't want to fuck it up for myself. Let me stop.
Say it.
I was gonna be like, is this like the Burger King's wife, like strawberry shortcake situation in there? Is that what's happening? A little bit of Now, if you don't know what that is, it's when oh god, I'm gonna get canceled here. It's whenever you blow your load, but she's also at that special Red Wing stage of the month, and it's like a strawberry swirl cake.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I
You need to
don't
lift
like
some more,
that.
Jermaine.
You said what?
You need to lift some more. Do you
Live
have your
some
Red-
more?
Wait, do you have your Red Wings, Jermaine? First, hold on. Do you have your Red Wings, Jermaine?
My Red Wings?
You got your Red Wings.
I don't even know what that means.
That's a no. Drew, you got your Red Wings?
What is that exactly?
No, no. All right. No, this is taking a turn.
Is it? Does it have to do with intercourse?
Well, sort of. So
Oh, yeah.
the Red Wings.
Not from Detroit.
Is what? Well, it sort of looks like it a little bit at a certain point. It's when you go and take care of your lady, but your lady is secreting some.
So fucking your girl on her period.
Well, you're not fucking her.
They said eating her.
Yeah,
Um,
and you get the wings is the why it's the
I had a joke, but I'm not gonna say. I don't know if I should say it.
can it be any fucking worse than that?
Anybody listening to this? This is from fast food that we got here somehow.
Yes.
I'm not gonna say it because it's kind of offensive. I'm just gonna keep it
please.
to myself.
Now you have to.
Is it like when Native American people have the bloody handprint on their face, but it's like period blood?
I wish it was. I wish it was.
The rite of passage, either.
No, I thought this was. I thought this was more of a. I mean, it was definitely a white boy thing, but I thought this was more of like that rite of passage thing. I need to. I feel ashamed. All right. Anyway, let's talk about food now.
To any of your Native American listeners, I'm sorry.
Yeah, all of them. You know, they have me on in the casino. I'm sorry. Cancel me. I don't give a shit.
So know your hate mail to me.
I've never, huh?
So know your hate mail to me.
Oh, there you go. Right. I don't think I've actually met a Native American in real life.
I have.
Really?
I mean, I know people that are mixed with Native American blood, but as far as legit Native Americans, I don't think I've met one.
Like, I don't know anything
like
about
straight
people.
native to.
Like, I know they like to drink, and I know they have casinos. Like,
I'm fascinated by the culture. I'm fascinated by the culture.
They're creative. They like
Yeah.
colors and corn.
Right.
I don't leave the house much. It's fine.
All this from fast food draft.
Yeah.
So yeah, nuggets.
Yeah. Yep. Well, it is your turn, sir. So you have your entree. So now you're left with 2 sides and a snack. Can I interest you in some Red Wings?
Yeah, I'll pass on the Red Wings. Thank you very much.
Oh.
Oh, Jesus Christ! So what am I on?
Well, I mean, you have the choice. You have 2 sides to work with and a drink. There's no particular order you need to choose these in. I chose my side, and you 2 idiots chose your big meals already. So I can just choose my big meal at the end. Okay. You have the worst internet ever.
I mean, I guess I'll choose my drink.
I don't know why it freezes.
I don't know. Bust your balls. All right.
So there's a restaurant here in San Antonio. It's called Chris Madrid's. You know, the best burgers in the city, in my opinion.
Okay.
And we went there on Valentine's Day, and you know, we got our burgers and everything. And I was like, should I get a chocolate shake? And my wife was like, fuck yeah, get us both chocolate shakes. So a chocolate shake from Chris Madrid's, because that shit is awesome. That is lit, as what the kids would say.
Oh, is that Is that only localized there? Because I feel like I've heard of that place before.
I believe so. As far as I know, I think it's
It's
only-
considered fast food, or is it just a restaurant?
I mean, it's a burger place, so it's just like
yeah.
it's weird.
I feel like
It's
it
called.
counts.
It's weird to call a burger place a restaurant. I guess because there's also Red Robin's, and that's kind of
Yeah, but I say Red Robin. I guess you call it a restaurant.
Yeah, that's a right. Yeah.
Right.
It's restaurant prices. I tell you that.
Oh yeah. But
I think
that's a personal choice for me.
Yeah, I consulted the judges. They said it's fine. It's fine. All right, there, chicken nuggies. What do we got here?
All right. Let me see. Entree.
I mean, you don't have to go that route. You can play the game.
Yeah, I mean, talk about fast food. I'm definitely not going to McDonald's. Definitely not. It's we got fast food. I mean, and, you know, we around here. You're from down south, Drew, and you got y'all got like Whataburgers and Jack in the Boxes and stuff like. We ain't got nothing up here with the
We got a
most
rally in the
blandest-
Eastport.
Oh, rallies? Oh, that just brought something different. Okay. Good suggestion. I'm going to have a Rally's Big Buford sandwich or a burger. Yeah, Rallies. I
And
forgot
what
all
is
about
that?
Rallies.
So explain to the kiddos what that is.
Well, it's,
By kiddos, I mean me.
it would be equivalent to anyone that you if you get a quarter pounder with cheese at McDonald's, or you get a Wendy's Big Bacon Classic, or you know Wendy's single or something like that. A Big Buford would be equivalent to that. It's just a burger with it has bacon and all the fixings on it. Pretty good though. Rallies, I'm all about Rallies.
Touch you a little bit. Am I wrong?
You
in
said what?
thinking that? Like Big Buford sounds like a motherfucker that touched you. Like
No,
Like,
that
he was
sound
the
like somebody that you would
he was like
that
the
you would
sixth-
have
sixth
cover
grade
you.
bully, and you were like fourth grade, and Big Buford would like take you behind the shed, and, like rough you up, and also like stick his finger in your bum.
That's the name burger. Yeah, but that do sound like a Debo or somebody that you would have you bring to you to the club and be like, oh, you giving me some problems? Meet Big Buford. Yeah. So I
I feel like
understand
Big
what
Buford
you
also
said.
wears overalls, and definitely has a flannel.
You said
100%.
overalls with no shirt on, so some of the hair come out of the
Oh yeah,
over top of them. Yeah.
We're getting a picture now.
So that's it. Yeah. Good.
Okay.
Thank you for bringing up Rallies, because I was about to go with some nasty ass Wendy's or McDonald's for a burger, because that's when I think about fast food, and he took Chick-fil-A as far as the entree. So
Hey, fair enough. I'm going Arby's curly fries
Oh, okay.
because I ain't no bitch.
pretty good. Pretty good.
Mm. Oh no, actually no, I'm reneging that.
Okay.
Arby's mozzarella sticks.
I didn't know they
Now,
saw
geez,
mozzarella sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Mhm.
Now, look, they have to be this perfect temperature. They can't be too old. They also can't be too crazy hot. They got to be like 7 minutes out of the little fryer, because then they congeal all the grease and all the shit, and then it does a little like grease money shot. Oh fuck me, love it. Give me more. Nom nom in my tom tom. Yes.
Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, sure. Some people could probably beg to differ, but it's fine. All right. So you got your dessert and you got your entree. Drew, you got two sides to play with here.
Sides. All right, this is a personal choice of mine.
I would fucking hope so. It's your draft.
A chocolate chunk brownie from Wingstop.
Now hold on now. Is that a side? I feel like that goes under dessert.
Oh, side. Okay, so I got
Yeah.
that confused. So side.
Yeah.
So would side just be like fries and stuff like that?
Yeah, like the subsidiary things that kind of go along with that. Yeah.
Okay, sides. My bad.
For
For a side, I would choose a basket of fries from McDonald's.
Really?
Yeah, that's an order. You can order a basket of fries.
Oh no, I know
Yes,
that's an
you can.
order, but it's an interesting. Oh, I mean, I guess they are the OG of fries.
Like
So.
with McDonald's is when you get it hot,
And it's right.
them fries are pretty good. Yeah, if you don't get them cold,
Yeah. Well, that the trick on that, right, is when you order it, you say extra salt or no salt, one of the two. And then they have
to
to
make
make
them
fresh.
have to use some fresh
That's
ones.
that's the fat kid cheat code. Let's fucking go. All right. So what have you done so far? You've done your nuggies and
Entree?
you've done your entree.
Yeah.
So you got a
So I
side
got
and a
one
dessert.
side and dessert. Thank you for bringing up Arby's. I don't know if y'all ever had them.
I
They
gave a
got the
draft for you at
jalapeno.
this point.
They got the jalapeno poppers. And you know me,
Okay.
I'm not a big hot guy, but I love the Arby's jalapeno poppers. Gotta have them hot. And they got this like sauce called Bronco berry sauce.
You're bringing up weird name sauces. You're like a sauce racist.
Polynesian Bronco berry. Look it up. These is real sauces. I don't just grab from the back of my dome and just spit out shit.
Fucking
Not all the time.
All right. I'm
All
going
right, so I got
entree, and I'm going very Pacific Ocean here. So I'm going to Chipotle, and here's what I'm going to get. I'm getting a burrito with 1 serving of chicken, 1 serving of carne asada, brown rice, romaine. I don't want the cheese because I'm all set on that. But get the that corn salsa. Shit. And you have to double wrap it because that boy is thick. That boy is thick. You can't handle 1 tortilla. It needs 2 tortillas.
So you don't like that queso sauce?
No.
Is that like?
I'm not a big cheese guy. Yeah, I'm not a big cheese guy. Yeah. But God bless America. Oh, my mouth is so moist. I can't. Same thing happened last week. I'm sorry, I can't help it. Hey. All right. Anywho, final pick here. What do you have left? You have a side. You both have a side, and I have a dessert.
No, I have 2 sides. So
That's your turn,
have dessert.
motherfucker. Settle down.
I know it's not my turn. I'm thinking that I already did two. I did entree and 2 sides. So yeah, I got a dessert. Okay.
Oh, did you really? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're both left on dessert. Okay. All right.
So is it a side or a dessert?
It is a side for you, sir.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Side for me is a chicken restaurant here. It's called Bush's. I don't know if you guys have Bush's where you're at. It's a chicken.
There's trees and there's like shrubs and we have bushes too.
All right.
No, we don't have
so my side from Bush's would be mac and cheese because I love mac and cheese.
Okay. See, it's hard because I don't know these places, so I can't like confirm or deny.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Fair. Dessert, sir.
Burger King. It's like a Hershey's
I know
chocolate cream pie.
Chocolate. Okay.
You know, it's cutting a slice
Gross.
of pie. It's pretty good. I'm not a big sweets guy, but I'm gonna choose this. That's gonna be it. Or fast food. And that completes my meal.
Yeah. I'm going to McDonald's and I'm getting a oh goddamn, what is it called? The milkshake thing. Fuck me.
McFlurry?
No.
Oh.
Shamrock shake. Yeah.
They're coming up too. Yeah, we're in March.
Motherfucker, they've been out. Stop. They're not coming out. They've been out.
Oh, they have? I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't been to a McDonald's in a while.
I mean,
I think the
neither
last
have
time
I,
I've been to
ever.
McDonald's, I think I got a McRib. That was when they're in season.
Gross. All right, Drew, run down your meal.
Oh, okay. So for an entree, I chose a spicy deluxe chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A. Believe for my drink, I chose a chocolate shake from
Yeah.
Trip Grids, and for my two sides, a basket of fries from McDonald's, and mac and cheese from Bush's Chicken.
Sir.
It's good. My entree is got my damn entree. Hold on.
I can see how important this was to you, sir.
Hold on. I know my sides was chicken nuggets from Chick-fil-A, Polynesian sauce.
Oh, is that Big
And I said-
Buford buttfuck burger?
Big Buford from Rally's. I'm sorry. Yeah, my entree is a Big Buford from Rally's. Pretty awesome burger. My nuggets are on the side, Polynesian sauce from Chick-fil-A, jalapeno poppers from Arby's, Bronco berry sauce, and a Hershey's
And a side of white
chocolate
power,
cream
apparently.
pie. Hershey's cream pie from Burger King.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm going Chipotle big ass burrito. Mozzarella sticks from Arby's. The zesty sauce onion rings from Burger King, and a very large shamrock shake from the Rapist Clown. Mhm. So, yeah, look, this is just basically a taste of what we do here. Very silly, off the beaten path, not really formatted thing. But
Hey,
we
my
enjoy
kind
it.
of show. My kind of show.
And once again, I got to tell you, thank you so much for taking the time out. I
course,
would go
thank you
through
for
your
inviting
plugs one more time here,
Absolutely.
just to get them, just for anybody that missed them. And like I said, I put the YouTube link in the description there. So
Right, and thank you for inviting me. I mean, it means the world that you invited me on. And I'd love to come back if you're willing to have me.
oh yeah, for sure, man.
Oh yeah. And
So-
Drew.
And it was nice meeting you too, Jermaine.
I mean, you can, yeah. Well, I mean, we usually talk about him when we leave. It's fine.
But
So go
plugs,
through your plugs one last time here.
of course. The experience, which I do with Justin, we do it every Wednesday, usually a few minutes after 9 p.m. Central Time. We go live on YouTube, and the audio portion you can hear anywhere where podcasts are distributed, like Spotify, iTunes, and Spreaker. And again, there's a YouTube channel, which subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment.
Do all the YouTube things they like you to do.
Yeah, do that, please. It'd be much appreciated. And also Twitter X, DY Experience. I also have an Instagram page. Just type in Drew Yari, you'll find me. And yeah, that's really about it.
Either one of you two have any other parting words?
Go get your Red Wings. Not from Detroit.
Don't do it. Well, I told you the only thing we've actually done that we stuck with is an outro. So we're going to start that. And it doesn't make any sense.
With that
At
being
all.
said, there's ducks to be fed.
Quack,
Feed them
quack,
ducks.
motherfuckers. That's it. Bye.
Have a good one.